all very much. And in case you didn't know, we got a few people inside as well. I want to thank Shaun and Patrisse and all of those people, not only for making today's event possible, but more importantly, for year after year after year, demanding that this country finally address the crisis of a broken and dysfunctional criminal justice system. All of you remember that when we were in elementary school, and right now today, kids pledge allegiance to the flag. Do you all remember what is at the end of that pledge? It says that we are a country of liberty and justice for all. Now those are beautiful words, and we want those words to be translated into reality, and that's why we're here today. The truth is everybody here knows, and I think everybody in America knows, is that we do not have a system of liberty and justice for all. We have one system of justice if you are rich, and another system of justice if you are poor. We have one system of justice if you are a Wall Street speculator whose greed and illegal behavior destroyed the economy. And we got another system of justice if you are a kid who smokes marijuana or steals a pair of sneakers. We have one system of justice if you are white, and another system of justice if you are black or brown or Native Americans. The bottom line is that today we have a criminal justice system which is dysfunctional, it is destructive to human life, it is racist, and it is deeply broken. The time is now for real criminal justice reform. And because of all of you and people like Patrisse and Shaun and others, what is happening now is that the crisis of criminal justice is now being brought into the mainstream. And all over this country, people are asking themselves, how does it happen that in the United States of America, we have more people in jail than any other country on earth, including China? How does it happen that we have over 2 million Americans behind bars now, disproportionately black and brown and Native Americans, and that we are spending $80 billion a year to lock up fellow Americans? And all over this country, people are asking, what kind of justice is it when we have hundreds of thousands of people this moment behind bars for the crime of being poor and not being able to afford cash bail? What kind of insanity is it that we have people who are in jail now because they cannot afford to pay off a traffic ticket? How destructive and insane is it that our jails from coast to coast are filled with people who are suffering from mental illness and addiction to drugs or alcohol. Mental illness is a healthcare issue. It is not a criminal issue.
Healthcare issue. Say that shit again.
And how wrong is it that in this country we tolerate private prisons and private detention systems? People should not be making profits off the suffering and the incarceration of fellow Americans. And how crazy is it that we have had for some 40 to 50 years a war on drugs, and it is a war that has, like all wars, destroyed so many human lives. How crazy is it that right now, under the Federal Controlled Substance Act, marijuana is at the same schedule level as heroin is. So brothers and sisters, there are a lot of issues out there. But our job now is to get hundreds of thousands of people who should not be in jail out of jail. Now, I have been told, I didn't know this, that here in LA they're planning to build a $2.5 billion jail. Well, I've got a better idea. How about using that money to invest in education and jobs for our kids, rather than incarceration or jail? What we believe, all of us, is if you give kids an education, if you give them hope, if you give them a job, that is the best way to fight crime. So I want to thank these guys and all of you. And to tell you, because of their efforts, we are making progress. We're beginning, and these guys are working on this issue, to elect district attorneys and prosecutors who are going to turn the whole system around. My guess is that here in LA, this city is spending hundreds and hundreds of millions of dollars to lock people up. And you and I know there are a lot better ways to spend that money. So thank you all, and let me thank Shaun and Patrisse for the great work they have done. Let's keep going forward. Thank you.